It's hard to deny the phenomenal success that Sony has seen in the 8th console generation. With some amazing exclusives and pro-consumer choices from the get-go, it's clear why sales numbers have gone the way they have against Microsoft.
How's that ass feel?
Sorry, I'm also forgetting about the Nintendo Switch.
How's that ass feel?
My foray into the Xbox One was the beautiful Halo 5 edition. While the console is indeed gorgeous, Halo 5 itself was just okay. And after finishing it, my Xbox One merely became relegated to binge sessions of HBO Go. You're probably wondering why I didn't just use my PS4, but long story short, there were some weird technical issues.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Now don't get me wrong, there was definitely some promise on the Xbox One. Sunset Overdrive, Ori and the Blind Forest, Rare Replay, and that time I bought the Recore Collector's Edition for next to nothing. In the end though, nothing really clicked for me, and HBO was once again my Xbox game of choice. In consoles of past, I typically bounce between the big three as my main for each generation. For Gen 7 it was all about the 360, but for the current generation it's been PlayStation 4 all the way. That is until Black Friday 2019, where I would make the jump to 4K and an impromptu purchase of a One X, a decision that definitely changed my outlook on the Xbox One platform. Lately, with the exception of a certain blonde-haired spiky individual, I've been all about the One X. Okay, at $5 it was hard to pass up on my morbid curiosity.
Kiss cam, sack! You know, come on! Yeah!
To Microsoft's credit, multi-platform games can often be cheaper than its PlayStation 4 counterpart, as well as the fact that some games look slightly better on the X than they do on the Pro. Now I know you're going to bring up two major and valid points. One, this last batch of games I purchased are all available on PlayStation. And two, it highlights a severe lack of must-have Microsoft exclusives. I'm sorry, Marcus.
Go to hell!
Minor graphical and pricing differences aside, for me, it all boils down to backwards compatibility. I mean, where else can I relive Panzer Dragoon Auto, play the good Star Wars Battlefront, and catch up on some Miss 360 games, all without having to reconnect my old Xboxes? This is probably starting to sound like a backhanded compliment, and it's hard to deny so. My point being that my recent love of the Xbox One is mainly its ability to play some of those last-gen hits. Ironically, going forward, it seems like Microsoft has more of a plan for backwards compatibility than Sony's somewhat unclear strategy. Though, that is starting to become a little less murky. Truth be told, I'll likely be holding off of Gen 9 for a while, mainly due to the ever-growing backlog of great games, as well as the strong likelihood of low next-gen console production numbers. So for the time being, I'm happy to be getting more usage out of my One X. That is, when I'm not finishing Final Fantasy VII and gearing up for The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghosts of Tsushima. Damn it, Microsoft, get some more exclusives. But hey, at least it means I get another generation to try and beat The Witcher 2 and 3.